Today I'm going to tell you about my dead Galaxy S24 Ultra. Okay, so let me tell you this horror story. Basically, last weekend, doing the editing for my Leap Day video, I had a whole bunch of footage filmed, and Friday I got it loaded up and I did a little basic editing, and I was ready for a full Saturday of editing. It's like a whole ton of editing. So Saturday morning I'm starting the edit, and then all of a sudden I notice my phone has an update. So I'm like, okay, let me update my phone. I like to keep everything updated as much as I can. So I go to click the update and it says you have to be connected to Wi-Fi. And I usually have the Wi-Fi always connected. So I went to connect the Wi-Fi and it was grayed out. It wouldn't let me turn it on. So like the IT crowd says, have you tried turning it off and on again? I go and I restart my phone. Now this is where the problem started, because it'd get to the screen where it showed my lock screen, but then it'd reboot again. And it just kept doing that over and over again. And I kept hearing my phone company's little jingle over and over and over again. And then a couple times it would actually stay there and I could try to log in. And at this moment I'm also Googling what to do. I'm like, what? My phone keeps rebooting, all this stuff. And I'll try to get in and try to do some little simple measure and it just reboot. I had no chance to do anything. I'm like, well, let me just see if I can just do a full reset. And I kept trying to get to the menu to where it would reset every once in a while when I could actually get into the phone, and it just reboot. And it just got stuck in this horrible reboot. And then I was going to say, let me just turn it off and I can take it to the store. And I'm like, oh, it stopped rebooting. It was just off. And then I couldn't turn it off again. So then I went to my phone company store and they basically said, oh, well, we could do like an insurance claim or whatever. I'm like, well, it should be under warranty. It's just a hair over a month old. And they said, okay, well, if you're going to do that, you have to go to the Samsung store. So I'm like, well, where's that at? I don't have any maps. I need to know how to get there. So the guy shows me the street it's on and all that stuff. So I leave. Oh, I didn't have my watch either, because when I was going to try to reset the phone, I had the brilliant idea of going like, oh, I'll reset my watch too, because that way, I don't know. So I didn't have a watch either. And so I'm going off trying to find the Galaxy store. And I felt like I was in the 90s because I had no maps. I didn't have GPS in my car. I'm just driving around like, where is this at? And I finally find the place. It's this place called the Americana in Glendale. I've never been there before. And then I get there and then I have to like wander around the place and find the store. It was luckily just kind of right ahead, but it was raining too. And I found the store, but I was like, man, this feels like the 90s. I kept wanting to pull my phone out and look up, oh, where's the store at here? So I go in there and they're like, okay, we're gonna have to flash your hard drive, and then if that doesn't work, you might have to get a new phone. And I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting there and they're like, okay, it's gonna take 30 minutes. 30 minutes without a watch or a phone. And I noticed this also, there's no clocks anywhere. So wherever you look, you don't know what time it is. There's no clocks on the wall. There used to be clocks on the wall. There's no more clocks on the wall. So I'm sitting in there for what I think might be 30 minutes. It's been a while, and they come back and they're like, sorry, your phone flashed. We're gonna have to send it in. It's gonna be like 3 weeks. And I'm like, okay, well, I need a phone. How I get into work and everything has apps and all that stuff. And they're like, well, you can ask your phone company if they can do a loaner. And I'm like, okay, I'll find out about that. They obviously don't. So they suggested to me, go buy the cheapest phone you can from Best Buy and just use that for temporary until I get my phone back, which I did. And that's a whole nother experience I'll get to. So all this time, I don't have a watch, I don't have my phone, and I get out of the Samsung store. I don't even know what time it is. I got like this really cheap Motorola phone that MKBHD actually did a video on this phone like a year ago about how the specs were on this cheap phone. It's the Motorola G Play, and it's got okay specs. It's just slow, and the camera is a potato. So anyway, the worst part about this whole situation is, one, I don't have my phone. Two, they said 3 weeks. In less than 4, I'm going on vacation for the first time in like 9 years. And I don't want to have to go on vacation with a potato phone. And it's like, I hope I get my phone back in 3 weeks like they said. I hope it doesn't get lost in the mail. I looked up Samsung's customer service on Google, and there's a lot of horror stories, and oh my goodness, I'm scared to death. But right now, I'm getting the experience because the Motorola phone is pretty close to stock Android. I'm getting a chance to see how that is. I'm looking at the silver lining in this dark cloud, and I might do a video. I know I was supposed to just do one phone video and then see be in 6 months. I got music videos to make. But now I got this issue, and someone was asking about doing a video on the transition from going from Apple to Android Windows. So I'm actually going to do a video on that, and I'm definitely going to do a video if they dick me around too much, because oh my goodness, I am scared of what's going to happen. Okay, future me here. I've got my phone back. Well, I've got a brand new phone. They gave me a replacement phone. I went in on Saturday, and on Wednesday night I was able to pick up a brand new phone. And I have to say, I had really great customer service. I was worried I wouldn't. My customer service was so good, I canceled my phone company's insurance plan and I bought Samsung Care, because originally when I went to my cell phone company store, they said, oh, if you use your insurance, you have to call this phone number and they'll deal with it. And it's just like, well, what am I paying you for? So I'm 100% happy. You won't have another video of me complaining unless, you know, it breaks again, then I'll really be upset. I looked online and I didn't see many other people with 24 Ultras have their phones brick on them. Anyway, I got my phone back. I'm happy again. Having that little potato phone really made me realize how great this phone truly is. And I think I'm going to hold on to it for quite a while. Knock on wood. Here's some wood over here. Because you don't know how good you have it until you've lost it. And that is the truth. So I'll see you guys next week and have a good one.